Insta360 X5 has just got the new winter update, and I must say that now the camera has become so much more funnier. And I'm gonna tell you in this video what the new features and how to use them. So let's start with the first thing, the InstaFrame mode we had in the past. Now it's called InstaFrame 2.0. It has been drastically changed and updated. Now we have auto tracking mode. It means that I can double tap myself on the screen, and no matter how I start moving my hand, I always keep myself in the focus. The same pretty much like we do with Osmo Pocket 3 with auto tracking mode. If you want to stop auto tracking, just double tap again on the screen and the auto tracking will stop. Another thing is adaptive tone. Previously, adaptive tone could only be applied on 360 mode video, but now because of this is InstaFrame, it can be applied to the flat video as well. And it means that even if you are filming in 4K 30 FPS, you might have adaptive tone applied to your video. As adaptive tone was quite a revolutionary feature because of it allowed us to balance the image when we are filming in the dark and bright spots. Especially, for example, like a sunrise, when I have a bright area here and also the dark area somewhere behind me, and so on and so on. So now we can apply this adaptive tone with a flat single lens, well, 4K 30 FPS, and this is amazing. And another feature that actually got me, it's a new Gimbal Mode. Maybe it is not so anticipated by the customers from the feature perspective, but it's a lot more fun to use. With the new Gimbal Mode, your Insta360 X5 is getting the controls, the virtual controls, the same like you would get on the normal physical gimbal, when you can enable the barrel mode, for example, like this. And also you can speed the camera horizontally, for example, like this, even just while walking or while your camera is waiting for you somewhere standing. As well, you have the joystick, and this joystick now allows you to move and reposition the camera in any direction. Maybe it makes no sense if, for example, you are holding your camera in your hand, but when you mount your camera on the tripod and using InstaFrame, this has actually become so beneficial and fun. Also, in the latest update, the new Gimbal Mode has got 3 follow-up mode. It's called Pitch, Follow, and FPV. So the Pitch mode, this is the one that allows you always to keep the camera like horizontally balanced. No matter how much you tilt the camera left or right, it always keeps the horizon. Then the Follow mode. It's the same like we have on all other gimbals, but the camera is smoothly and slowly following all your movements. And the FPV mode. This is super helpful if you're mounting your camera, for example, to the FPV drone or just any other drones, and you want to have this FPV-like style of your footage. The new InstaFrame 2.0 is integrated directly with all the remote controls supported by Insta360. The remote ring is GPS remote with mic, also the other remote controls that we had in the past. Also, because of Insta360 has just introduced a new photography grip for Insta360 X5. Unfortunately, I don't have one. So Insta360 updated a lot of modes that we can use in the photo mode with this camera. We know actually that photos on Insta360 X5 are fantastic. Even though this is 360 camera, I must say that photos are one of the best among all the action cameras I've tried. No, this is not sponsored, this is not promoted by Insta360. I'm just telling you my honest opinion. That the colors, the balance, depth of the photos are fantastic on Insta360 X5. And with the latest update, now we get the possibility to take a photo with a wide screen ratio 2.35 to 1. That is fantastic. And also they introduced more color filters, these film filters, that makes the photos even more special, like vintage, the summer mode, etc, etc. This is one of my favorite things about Insta360 cameras, that when they release a new camera, they think in advance about more fun features to use, not just about, how depth the colors are. The experience with using the cameras can be much more fun than we used to have. The next feature that I would be anticipating from the Insta360 would be adding support of their printer to Insta360 X5 and actually other cameras Go Ultra as well. Because I take the photos with Insta360 cameras quite often, I must say. Perhaps not so often as with mobile phone, but I mean during different hiking when I don't want to hold my phones in my hand because of it might drop. And I have tons of beautiful photos. And normally you just move this photo from the camera to the external disk and you forget about it. But if it would be a chance to connect this printer to all Insta360 cameras, so I can just come home and print, something most valuable for me. This would be just amazing. Let me know in the comments what do you think about the new update from the Insta360. And if you enjoyed this video, just don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and then see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.